Hi, I'm Andrew Szymanski, and I am the producer and project lead on Lost Planet 3 for Capcom. Today we're showing off a new hands-on for the single player as well as multiplayer.
That doesn't look good. Best to follow the trail. Coronas, this is Peyton. Do you still read me?
Peyton, Coronas Actual, copy light. Any sign of LaRoche?
Well, I found his rig back at, let's see, White Canyon Junction. Looks pretty beat up, but no trace of the man himself.
Thanks for the update. Just keep looking. I know he's out there somewhere. Radic out.
The single player that we have today is about the first 50 minutes or so of the game. It's literally the point at which the player will take control of Jim as he arrives on the planet, and then he goes through his first assignment, accomplishes that, and then comes back to base. Well, it starts after a brief opening cutscene, which I won't mention because of spoilers. Jim finds himself on the planet, and he's actually crash landed on the planet, so he has to first find the transponder that the rescue party is going to need to find his location. And over the course of trying to find that transponder, he runs into a bunch of acrid creatures, and very typical Lost Planet. He didn't really know what he was getting himself into, and all of a sudden finds himself in the middle of an acrid nest, and you have to kind of fight your way out of that and then make your way to the base. There aren't any direct connections per se. However, we've got a lot of things that really tie into the history of the Lost Planet world, because this is a prequel and it does take place before the first game. We're touching on a lot of the things like, how did Nevik become evil, and who are the Snow Pirates and why are they there? Basically, things that were already established by the time of the first game. We're sort of going in and explaining a lot of that stuff, and then you'll also see connections between characters and events that happen here that then inform the games that are to follow. The reason we went for the prequel is pretty simple. First of all, we knew we wanted to go back to the ice and snow planet. This was something that people really associate with the franchise. It was something that we really wanted to do again. So one of our keywords internally was return to extreme conditions, going back to all of that. Another thing is that the guy who made the first two games in Japan, Kenji Oguro, really felt strongly that he wanted to do a lot more with exploration and looking at colonization and sort of how the initial colonists were able to establish an outpost and things like that. So it really gives us this sort of frontier feel that we felt went hand in hand with that theme in the prequel. And then finally, once again, it gives us a chance to explore a lot of the backstory in the game that we haven't seen before.
Do you think it's slightly confusing that the game has a 3 at the end of it then, if it's a prequel?
People People will be fine, I'm sure. The other thing is that you don't have to have any prior knowledge, right? I mean, even though it is a 3, we didn't want to intimidate people by making sure that they knew exactly what happened in all the other games. Because this is the first chronologically, you can just jump in and start playing right away.